Well, hello, everyone. Good evening. Good night. It's Lisa with Inspired Heart Intuitive. And at this channel, right, our mission is to help you live a spirit-led, hold and heal, peaceful and prosperous life. And I wanted to come on tonight initially to talk about the empath and narcissist. I might get into a little bit of, pulling a few cards here and there if um, we get enough people in here. So I'm trying to figure time and best day to, come live and talk to you guys. So give a few people a chance to kind of pop in and let me know that you're here. But I like to do this evening enlightenment separate readings, and I might do an evening live tarot reading at some point here in the near future. But this is really a time, as you know, as I said, that I feel that I'm called to kind of help collect the tribe of light workers, right? And I'll have individual tribes I think that we belong to. But to just be able to kind of reach the collective group that is meant to kind of tribe with me and us with each other, commune with each other. So in the last couple of evenings, talked about some various things, right? I've been very transparent about my childhood and where I, first understood that I was an empath and an intuitive. I suppose if I'm going to start, there's some clairvoyance in there, definitely clairaudient. And, so I see, I hear, day visions, dreams, all that kind of thing, right? Very intuitive, but I can feel people's energy. Like I get into their space, they feel it. And we'll talk in the very near future about how to make sure that that's not overpowering. Because I know as an empath, a lot of times I hear this from a lot of empaths, that how do you walk in a room and not in a restaurant, right, and not feel everybody's energy? Because in the room, I don't get inundated with information, with input. But that's been years experience in not getting inundated with all of that. But how do you do that? So we'll talk. But tonight I really want to discuss this whole concept of why empaths and narcissists are so attracted to each other. What is the purpose of the narcissist in the empath's journey as we're learning, as we're growing, as we're coming into the fullness of our abilities to be empathic and our intuition. And let me say this first. I have met very few, and I'm hard pressed to think of any empaths that are not. We read energy. We're healers too. And in order to be you have to be able to diagnose. And in order to be able to diagnose, you better be able to kind of figure out what's going on, what ails the patient, right? So, you go to the doctor, and if you're not feeling well, and the nurse and the doctor, the three different people, will come in and say, so what's going on? What's happening? And then you tell the doctor, oh man, I've had sniffles. My eyes are just like puffy and itchy. I feel horrible. I've had a fever, I'm coughing, all this stuff, right? You give them your list of symptoms, and he or she takes all that information in, and then gives you a diagnosis based on the length of time you've had the symptom. Excuse me. Based on not only the length of time you had the symptoms, but then, what they are, how severe they are. Are you coughing more at night? Are you coughing more during? Your nose running all the time. How high is the fever? He'll ask for specifics. And they give you this diagnosis, right? And then prescribe something and off you go. So as empaths, that's kind of who we are. We are healers. And so in order to be healers, we have to be able to diagnose. In order to be able to diagnose, we have to understand that I'm going somewhere. So stick with me on this. Necessary for us as we are healers to be able to see, feel. We tend to embody these things. And who we are, we give off. We radiate this like healing energy, this love, this compassion, this empathy. Being an empath, we radiate empathy. All right. And a lot, they're drawn to that. If you're an empath, you know that you're drawn. People just seem to want to tell you their whole life story. And you can feel that, right? But as empaths, especially when we're first starting or when we just don't know any better, we don't have good spiritual boundaries set up. We want to heal the world. We feel for everybody, man. And we're just like, oh my goodness, you need, and we listen and we take it in. And then intuitively, we know what to bring back and send back out there to them. So what happens is that we don't have our spiritual boundaries set up correctly. So it's kind of like we're out there and we're this like, can do this kind of squiggly, right? Our aura is squiggly. Someone can kind of glom on and latch on to it, and they can be super attached to somebody. Like they just like, and they're just like, oh my gosh, I can't get rid of this person. It's because we don't have proper spiritual boundaries set up where people can't latch on, but we can still send out. We can transmit and receive, but they can't latch on. To the narcissist, it's extreme amount of love and positive energy and light and healing energy is grade A. You've heard the term narcissistic supply, right? So they are spiritual, energetic vampires. They serve a purpose, just like mosquitoes serve a purpose, believe it or not. I don't know what purpose. I've heard they serve a purpose. So somebody wants these two. But narcissists serve a purpose. And this is not a thus saith the Lord, so to speak. This is my own anecdotal belief. So enter the narcissist. And typically all of us have had a narcissist. And then we'll have one in our adulthood as we go through these rites of passage. I call them as an empath. And I believe before you get into a great fullness of your capabilities, and before you are ready to truly walk in your call, you will have to have at least one deep narcissistic encounter. This could be a significant other, as it was in my case, a husband. This could be a friend. This could be maybe realizing your parent is narcissistic. It could be anything. But it will be a very meaningful relationship in your life. And this is why. Because you at some point have to learn to not allow your energy to be sucked out by everybody around you. You at some point as an empath and an intuitive, and in order to heal, you have to learn how to be able to put the boundary up so that you can accurately, immediately, and effectively diagnose and then help facilitate energy healing through. Just like the doctor, when you come into the doctor's office, right, and you oh my goodness, you feel terrible and all this, right? Runs all these tests and all this, that, and the third. He does all these things, but he doesn't get necessarily attached. I mean, I'm sure, like, if you've gone to the same doctor for years, you guys know each other, but he doesn't get emotionally attached, or at least it doesn't show you he does, because they have to be a bit detached in their profession, do their profession to the best of their ability. As empaths, we're spiritual doctors. We're the same thing. So, enter the narcissist. Why is the narcissistic experience something that we need to have in order to get to that next level? Because those energy suckers, those energy vampires, get to the core of us like nobody else can. And understand what the narcissist is. If you don't do, I apologize, but let me just give you my take. So the narcissist really, typically, if you look at how they became what they are today as adults, typically there's been some major trauma in their childhood. It could be abuse, physical, emotional, sexual, all the above, mental, all the above. A parent has died. A parent may be an alcoholic. A parent may be a drug addict. Just like basically absentee, came, paid the bills, and everything else, didn't show them any love, nothing. But they have had a very either traumatic or loveless childhood, usually. I say usually, like a this isn't thus saith the Lord again, right? This is what I've seen anecdotally. They have had a traumatic life, loveless. What does every child want? Every child wants to please their parent. That's all we want. We want to please our parent. We want to make them proud of us. We want to make them happy. We, as human beings, as human body, we give love. We want love in return. So what the narcissist does, and if you've heard anyone that's suffered any type of abuse, sexual abuse, you'll hear sexual abuse or rape victims or assault victims, they talk about how their mind goes to another place, right? So that it's not really happening to them. They go to another place. Well, what happens with a child that's growing up in this type of environment, place all the time? Because what's happening to them is they're feeling that who they are is unlovable. Try to create, or they create this false persona, this facade that's not their true self. Forward this false persona because they believe this false persona is the one that can be loved. And it may change, hone it, and alter a little bit here to try to create this thing, this soul, because it is not their true selves. This is not who their soul truly is. It is a false person forward, like a stone barrier, so that the inner child that has been hurt so many times cannot be hurt again. This is what I need to show the world, so that I am loved. And all the while I'm so hurt inside, is doing. And they put this wall up to protect the young one inside. Can't afford for that to be hurt anymore. It's been injured deeply. And then along comes the empath. And here is this person that is loving and supportive and kind and caring and giving. And this is what they need. Here it is. They know internally, right? Everyone that's watching, if you could just hit the button too, don't forget to hit the like button. If this is doing you any good, give me some comments too. I'm watching the chat. In walks the empath into the narcissist's life. And they're drawn to it, right? They're drawn like moths to a flame because it's the person that they believe will love and honor them and cherish them. And they need their positive love and light because now we've created this soulless, dark entity that is devoid of light because they've shoved that light. Their real selves have been hurt. They don't want that anymore. So now they have to. But because this is false, right? This has no basis in reality. They have to continually put other people in order to continue to feel spiritual or superior, excuse me. This is a narcissist. So the empath is great because we are just, I mean, man, we see in there. We see right in there. We're like, oh, you are injured, man. You are hurting. I see the great, because we can see that little one in there. As empaths, we can. We feel it. I say see because that's what we see. Hello, Miss Tiffany. Oh, honey. He isn't communicating with you now. Well, okay, Miss Tiffany, we're gonna get to that cycle too. You're in a cycle. A narcissist, right, is just he gloms on to us, he or she. There's female narcissists out there too, believe it or not. As we give them that supply and that love and that light, and we just give, we give. Here's the other dark secret we don't want to talk about, empath. It is easier for us to give and heal others than it is for us to give and heal ourselves. So we are just as attracted to that narcissist because there is still something deep within us, typically, that is yet. We may not even realize it. When my ex-narcissist, I hate calling him, but because he's not mine anymore. He served his purpose, now he's gone. When the ex-narc found me, gotten over my daddy being a narcissist. Dad and I, at the end of his life, resolved so many issues, right? And resolved so much. And he apologized and he really came to a really good place in his life. So I thought I was over that. I thought I was good with it. Until the narcissist came along. And he reminded me of my dad. He's 18 years older than me. All these reminding me of my dad. And my mom said, you know, your dad was black, and this man is white, but he looks like my dad. I mean, you do just because that spirit was the same. And at first he was loving, they love bomb you first, right? Loving and just there for you all the time. But then they begin the manipulation phase. They tear you right down. They don't want you to go anywhere. You are grade A supply, and they are a vampire that needs to feed your blood. They need to feed. That's why they tear you down. And they have a way of finding thing in you that will, the words that will take your breath away and cut you to the core. Hit you like a ton of bricks. And that's all about control. And then you get hurt. And then you cry. And then you're that. Oh my goodness, I don't know. I am so sorry. I didn't mean to do this. Didn't mean that. And then we get back. We come right back around. Love. And the cycle continues. Ms. Tiffany, tell me, you're dealing with one. He's not communicating with you now. How long have you been with them? Why isn't he communicating with you if you know? I will tell you that they cut you off, they discard you for a minute if they think that they're about to lose control and lose you. That's a method for them. They will do this and withhold their love and their support from you, and then come back and love bomb you. Suck you back in. They'll hoover you back in. So I'm not sure what, if you're comfortable saying, great, I'll help you through it. So let's get back to this while I'm waiting. Well, it's totally cool. You want to talk offline, we can figure that out too. So the narcissist, the purpose of the narcissist in the empath's life is this. There's, as we're going through the metamorphosis, as we're growing spiritually, becoming more enlightened, healing all those things within us, we're peeling back a layer of the onion and layer and a layer and a layer and a layer. Core. And there's a core that sometimes we are not willing to see or we can't see for ourselves that illuminates. So for me, I did not know that I still had unresolved little girl. If you saw the last video I did, hey Trista, you left an ex who was, honey, I'm so happy for you. I'm so happy. High school years ago, had an argument. Of course, he's not taking any blame. He blocked you yesterday because I said, good for you. Good for you. Of course, they can't take the blame because they can't be wrong. Because if they're ever wrong, right? Remember, we've created this false persona that is lovable and that is what the world wants. So they can never take the blame for anything, because if they did, then that would link in the armor. It's like, no, I'm this, I'm perfect, right? And the minute you say, you might hear, I know, Mr. Vampire, you can't see yourself, but I see you. Okay, you're not perfect. There's this, and this wrong with you. They can't do that. They cannot be introspective, because remember, what's inside for them is unlovable. Unlovable. And it's scary for them to go to that place. That's when they ghost. When they feel they're losing control. And yes, you're right. So they ghost you when they're feeling like they're losing control. Because they feel like if they're withholding this, because you really have started to create the symbiotic, interesting, like codependent relationship if you've been in it for a while. And sometimes it doesn't take that long. I got into this codependent, weird relationship. We met September of 2015. He moved over in October 2015? Yes, 2015. Engaged December 2015, married, and then I filed for divorce April 11th of 2017. Didn't take long. But I learned my lesson. I'm a fast learner. But they block you because in their mind, and sliced bread, right? So they block you, they ghost you, they cut you out when they're losing control. Now, what they'll do is they'll still watch you from a distance. They'll stalk you. They'll get friends to stalk you, all kinds of stuff. They'll dog you out, talk about you like, call you every name but a child of God. They don't, because they have to always look like they're the perfect ones, and you're the crazy one. Okay? So they will ghost you then. But until you're for sure gone, they will always circle back. And then they'll come back and they'll love bomb you again. That start out love bombing. Then when they've suckered you in, they manipulate you little by little by little. And they're actually rather intuitive way. That's another reason why we're connected, right? We get connected real fast. because what happened but their intuition, if you will, is to find your greatest weakness. Now remember, I'm telling you, it is necessary for the empath before we reach that next level, before we level up, like that big level, have the narcissistic experience. Because what they do is they find that core. For me, it was my right, and for me, it was having a series of unsuccessful male relationships. So he knew that if he could say, "Your father is disgusted with you right now," I was a daddy's girl. I mean, my dad's been passed away for 9 years. And for 2 years, he knew all this because, again, in the love bombing and tell me everything, and they pick up little things. They notice every little reason why you might get a little emotional. They sucker you into being able to do their deepest, darkest fears, right? And where you felt you failed and all of this, and they're so loving. Yeah, they're so supportive and so loving. Feel like you have found your soulmate, man. You feel like you have met the person that gets you. They understand everything because they say, "Oh yeah, and I've been hurt, and I've been this, and I've been that, and I, right, and everything, right." Oh, sweetie. Okay, I'm gonna get to that in a minute, Miss Tiffany. Oh, okay. Okay, they're intuitive to the point they're manipulative, right? They figure out what it is. Twin, exactly. They thinking that this is your twin flame soulmate, like this, you guys were meant to be, right? Because all these same experiences, and you feel bad for them. We're an empath. You feel bad. You want to help. You want to help them, help them, help them. All these people have hurt them so bad, right? And you want to be the only person in their life that's shown them true love, and they know that they count in, and they figure out what it is that's going to hurt you to the flipping core. Day, as they're beginning their manipulation cycle, because it's kind of like a frog boiling. I did too, sweetie. I had red flags, and I'll tell you about that too in a second. Okay, so let me tell you about that now. Oh, yes, but they will say that, Nicole. Say that, "Oh, I love you unconditionally. You could never do any wrong. You could never do anything, right?" And you want to because that's how we're wired. So you want to believe that this other party is that person. They're not. Psych. They're not. They take their mask off one day and they cut you to your core. Be in too deep, and then they make you feel like crap. And I'm sorry, pardon my French, they make you feel like shit. And then when you call them out on their crap, they flip it around like it's your fault. So, you want to talk about red flags, Tristan? Let me tell you, girl. So when I met this man, I do online dating or whatnot, and I met this man on a website, dating website. We conversing. And again, we had gotten in by this point when I start seeing red flags. We got engaged. He'd been cheated on and all of this. And I would tell this man everywhere I was because I wanted him to trust me. Excuse me. Trust issues. So I told him everything. I told him where it was going to be. He knew what time I got off work. He knew when I was going to the store, how long I was going to be. Then he started to get jealous of my male friends. I have a lot of male friends. Along better with men than I do women, although lately is I'm better with female relationships, but you have to be a strong woman too. Like, I don't do drama very well. So anyway, I have a lot of male friend zone. I just do. I love football. I was working on my car. Like, eh. So he started separating me, right, from my male friends. Oh, I need to Facebook because they made a comment, or he was jealous of this, jealous of that. So along the way, though, I started, he'd put the phone over here and it would go off at weird times. And, I couldn't reach him at certain times. And he had in northern Wisconsin. I couldn't reach him. Oh, it was just like weird stuff. So in May of 2016, cars too. So he would fix up used cars and sell them. And so he would place ads out on Craigslist for these used cars. And he said this person was supposed to email him Memorial Day weekend, 2016. He told me, he said, somebody's going to email me about picking up this car he worked on. No problem. I was in the north. I was in the house. I had taken a nap. His phone goes off. So he didn't have a lock code on it at the time. So I went innocently. I'm engaged to this man. We were supposed to be getting married in August. We ended up getting married in September. But anyway, I opened up this. What do I find? From Craigslist ads. So he's like still talking to all these different women. So I go out, his son and daughter-in-law out there, and I was like, come here, what the hell is this? Da-da-da-da. And then he goes into this whole sexting thing that he's addicted. Which brings me to this. There are different types of narcissists. One, and the most prevalent, is a somatic narcissist. Somatic narcissists typically also have affairs and everything. They crave any type of emotional love, physical, that type of thing, relation. They equate physical touch, sexuality with love. Okay, they have, and all narcissists actually typically have to have more than one supply because no one person can satisfy this need. Remember, this is a lightless entity because they've created this persona on the outside to protect on the inside. And after a while, like stone, like marble, right? It gets hardened in. But we can't live without love and light. So that's why they find us, to supply that to them. So somatic narcissists typically have been sexually molested as children or severely physically abused. And they need all of these different people. They have no capacity to be faithful. So trust and believe, while you might be their main supply, they have supplies because no one person could ever do it. Ooh, child. Mine was a Sagittarius, Trista. Rough. Them fire signs. I don't know. What sign are you, Trista? Because my big, well, I'm not going to say anything about that there any one particular sign. I can't say that. I'm not going to even. I haven't even thought about it. And Miss Tiffany, we need to talk about this connection too. I haven't forgot about you. And I understand the crying for weeks, honey. I did. Yep, you're a water. And Tiffany, you're a Virgo. Ooh, I know that hurt you. So, oh, wow. Okay. I'm jumping all over the place. I'm so sorry. I'm trying to keep focused here. Okay. Somatic narcissists, very sexualized. All narcissists, lightless. They need love and light. That's where we come in. They crave and need that love energy. This is the other thing you have to understand, though. The hardest thing for me to get. because they have created this false persona and because they're devoid of this, they do not have the capacity to truly love. If you know the the Greek mythology story of Narcissus, right? He fell in love with his own reflection in the water and he eventually drowned himself. But he fell in love with his own reflection, with a false image of him, and eventually lost his life. They fall in love with their own false image. They believe they're us. And they become this false person. You know how you can pretend to be somebody for so long? You can tell a lie for so long that you believe it? The one that did that told a lie so many times that you're like, how could they believe this? I know this is a lie. But they eventually convince themselves that that's what the narcissist does with this entire persona. They do not have the capacity to love us. And yet we are, right? We exude it. We are it. We embody it. That's who we are. And we love them completely. When I got married to this man in 2016, I'd been divorced for 20. I'd raised my kids. I thought this was it. This was lifelong. When I took those vows, I meant them. Nah, he wanted to lock down his supply. I was his main supply. The hardest thing for us to recognize, folks, is ladies, if this is all ladies here, and if not, I apologize, is that the narcissist did not ever truly love us. They did not have the capacity to do so. That's the hardest thing. Because they create this connection with us, this really deep connection. And we want to believe that this person is our sorry, I have a friend that's texting me. We want to believe that this is our forever on YouTube Live. I need to tell my friend, why don't you jump on and watch, huh? We want to that this is the truth, right? This is it. This is who we are. I think the gaslighting, yes. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, Trista. Well, we'll talk about that in a second too. That is bad. And the smoothing is bad too. Like, and that all goes together, right? So we want to believe that this person is true and our twin flame or our soulmate or whatever, or forever. And how could this person have shared this? How could I have shared my heart? How could they have taken my heart and my entire being and just trampled all over, discarded it as if it meant nothing? Because it did mean nothing. So okay. Cycles. Okay, love bomb, manipulation, beat down, love bomb. Manipulation, control, beat down. I know Tiffany was too. I thought he was my forever. But don't beat yourself up. Forget that out there too, okay? Do not beat yourself up for believing that. Again, it's part of the process. It's part of the refining process. That's what we have to remember. It's part of the refining process. Exactly. Leave alone, sweetie. So you go da 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 da, and then now, if you were the one that actually was able to discard your narc, Bravo. That the whole host of issues, doesn't it? Those of us that have discarded our narc, right? Because then the gaslighting and the smear campaign and the venom just gets spewed. Us being empathic and intuitive and loving and kind and caring. How could this person say this about me? Go around town calling me crazy? How could they tell everybody that I was the worst person in the world, right? That I'm crazy, that I cheated, that, and it's not true. And the more you protest that it's not true, the worse it gets. Then the more crazy you look, right? But again, let's all remember what the narcissist is. The narcissist is a false persona that has been created to be shown to the world that this individual could be loved. This is the only entity that anyone could possibly love, because remember, let's go back to childhood. Parents, abuse, possible, again, molestation. I'm telling you, I've just seen this over and over and over and over and over again. Really abused children, or in any capacity. I've seen it once, I've seen it 20 times. The potential is there for them to become the narc. And now they're always seeking this love. Turn this back around, though. The purpose of this whole thing that I was telling you guys, wanted to come on live to talk about, though. What is the purpose of the narcissist in our lives? Why are we allowed to why does this narcissist come into our world and do this? Remember when I started out, and if you at the beginning, when we get done here, it'll be posted, look at it. This is a refiner's fire for us. This gets down to the deep, cuts to the quick, gets down to the core. That thing that we may not have identified that needed to still be healed, or we did not want to still be healed because it's too scary. It is easier for us to heal others, being the spiritual doctor, than it is for us to get deep down in our own. Now, we'll get deep down in our own, but there is a level and a point that we can't get to unless it's identified to us. And the narcissist does that for us. So narcissist illuminated that part, right? That little girl still needed to be healed. I don't know Miss Trista or Miss Tiffany or Nicole or anyone else that's here and that's commenting what it is for you. But I would replay some of those things that have and say, okay, which things did this person say to me that hurt me the worst? Which ones took the air out of my sails and to my knees? That's the area that needs to be healed. That's the area that God, universe, spirit is trying to illuminate you so you can get that healed. Because I will tell you on the other side of this, what's on the other side is an ability to move and operate in your gift in a way that you never thought possible. The moment, the opportunity you have now to really become self-partnered and truly love yourself. It is that moment and that opportunity now you've now been given to be able to say, I am enough. I am enough. I am enough. Not only am I enough, I'm more than enough. And I have a gift, and I have a job, and I have a calling that I have a purpose and a plan that I need to walk out, and I have to do it. And the only way I can do it to the best of my ability, the only way I can close out the record, right? There's karma here. We got to deal with it. There's something here we got to learn. If I learn and I heal and I become self-partnered, That's what that narcissist is there for. That. And to put it in your face, and then Spirit says, God said, you can do with it. Are you going to grab it? You're going to say, okay, I'm going to sit with this and I'm going to heal this. I'm going to become a whole, peaceful, and prosperous person. Is that what you're going to do with it? Because that's the opportunity you've been given. And be partnered within yourself. That's what they are here for. I thought I was operating as an intuitive, and I thought I was operating as an empath, and I thought I was operating as a clairvoyant. I thought I was doing my life's mission, man. Everything took off once I got past this. Everything took off, girl. Everything became brighter, clearer. Man. Because when you heal that, remember I was talking about how your aura is kind of like squiggly when you're an unhealed empath. Anybody can latch on. And remember I said, there's some people you meet, you're just like, I can't shake this person. Why would this person go away? Because they energy, suckers, get away. When you get through this and you get healed from it, what happens is your aura, your resonance then becomes like a round sphere. And it's almost like a double layered sphere. You have double pane windows. Or I don't know if you've ever seen of a cell. There's two membranes with a cell, right? Every cell in your body has two membranes. And there's an outer membrane that kind of it from everything else, antigens and things that want to come in and try to kill it. And there's an inner membrane as well. Both membranes are porous. Things can get out, toxins can get out, nutrients can get in. It's the same thing with your spirit, with your resonance. This teaches you how to build that sphere around you with an inner sphere that allows love and light to get out, but doesn't let people come in. That's something I can help all of us learn as we grow. Because that place of high resonance is going to live. Learning about narcissistic spirituality, yes, help you here. Learning more about your, I know. It still stings. It's going to sting. And every once in a while, because you were with your narcissist for a long time, Trista. Okay? But, and it's going to sting every once in a while. I'm not going to lie. Every once in a while, it's just a memory will happen. I'll be somewhere and I'll be like, whoa, But that was you have to acknowledge you did have some good times. You did. If you truly love somebody, it never like dies, right? You move forward, okay? But you acknowledge the feelings that you have, and it's okay to have those feelings, and it's okay to have those memories. But then recognize why. And when you're in those moments, hello, Lil P, how are you? If you can, in those moments, recognize what you're feeling and why you're feeling it, open yourself up and let love come right on through and go right through all your being and sit in just a minute. What'll happen eventually is that you'll learn to get through that feeling of fear and that pain and recognize that it's not for you right now. It's not today. You are a different person. You've grown. All right? And love will heal it. Yeah, I know. Sometimes, oh my gosh, baby. Oh my. So your sacral chakra is going to need some healing. right? So whenever you get that feeling, so your chakra, you probably feel powerless, right? I understand physical abuse. Your power chakra is all screwy, and your sacral is screwy too, because you don't feel safe. So when those feelings of fear come over you, if you can, if you're somewhere where you can just like, okay, right? And close your eyes and open up your crown and let light and love come right through you. And let it sit in your power, right? In your solar plexus, let it sit. And recognize, okay, why do I feel this way? What's going on? He's not here. He's not coming. I'm safe. Let it sit there. Let it move through your sacral. Let it sit and let it right on through. Okay? Out through your feet in the ground. Practice that. Practice that. The first few times you do it, you're probably going to break down and cry, man, because it's some deep healing. But the more you do it, the more then you learn, like, okay. I'm all right. I'm not going to get hurt. Yes, Miss Tiffany, there was your purpose. Much bigger purpose. Don't let them, they steal our joy. They steal our light, man. People, like, once I finally got rid of him and filed for divorce, and he finally moved out, people would be like, oh my gosh, you're smiling again. Like your eyes have a light in them. You're you again. Because I'd become not me, a shell of myself. Oh, honey, welcome. You're so welcome. But Trista, I'm telling you, open up, let it out, let it through. Let it through. Okay, I've been on for 52. Holy cats. Wow, we can get going, can't we? If you guys would like for me to pull a goddess card for you, just put a 1 in the comment. Yes, Nicole. I'm so glad. You okay, guys. All right, little P was up on it. Little P was at first, so we'll go in order. You guys are awesome. Yeah, I don't know. Tonight's Thursday night. Do Thursday nights work for you guys? Because I start doing more lives Thursday on at least 1 or 2 nights a week. I'd like to do one night where we're talking about like empaths and things like that. And what I'm planning on doing, honestly, guys, is coming up with a kind of a series. Oh, hi. Oh, okay. So I'm going to start doing Thursday nights, and we'll try to keep it at 9 p.m. Central. That works for everyone. And then I think I'll do a reading night too, a live reading night. Okay. All right. Here we go. Little P. What do we have? Oh, jumper. So little P, you have, oh, I love this one. Diana, focused intention. Keep your unwavering thoughts, feelings, actions focused on your target, and you'll make your mark. Here, this is Diana. This is who you pulled. And I'm going to read the full meaning from the book. Yes, Nicole, of course. Oh, thank you, Nicole. Got tools in here now. Okay, Lil P. Lil P. Are you like into you like hip hop too? Trap music? I'm just kidding. I love that. I don't know. I love that nickname. Okay, Lil P, here we go. Diana, focused intention. Here we go, honey. So, Lil P, tenacity means sticking to a decision and not allowing outcomes to sway you. Imagine yourself to be like a mighty oak tree with your roots deeply planted into Mother Earth. Feel your solid and steady upward growth. Know that no matter what happens, you will succeed. Your branches may twist and turn, flex towards the light, yet your unwavering intentions will ensure that no faint wind will sway you from your mission. Be in charge of your body, your schedule, and your mind, and keep them focused upon your target. All right, that's what we have for you. Stay positive, know what your priorities are, and take action on them. Take control of your schedule. Release all doubts and avoid naysayers and skeptics. Oh, hun. Oh, I am so sorry for your loss, Nicole Jackson. And I am so honored. Wow. I'm so honored. Thank you. Okay, you're gonna make me tear up. Okay. All right. Miss Tiffany is next. All righty. Miss Tiffany. What do we have for Miss Tiffany? What advice do we have for Miss Tiffany? Hi, Nicole. Thank you, you guys. I love you guys. Okay. What do we have? Miss Tiffany, I'm getting... Yeah. I don't know if this one's going to... I pulled two for you, Miss Tiffany, because I'm feeling like there's something else here. I'm going to give you this first one first, and then we'll give you... And we'll see if this resonates with you, and please tell me. So, Mary Magdalene, unconditional love. Love yourself, others in every situation, no matter what the outward appearances may be. So, Mary Magdalene, I'll read you hers, and then I got a different one too, and I'm just not sure about it. Okay, guys, Mary Magdalene. Okay. So, Ms. Tiffany, I'm not what most people think. Yet, defend myself would be to sink to a lower level than I feel comfortable with. I am one with the divine, just as you are, and it is here that I choose to reside. Wow. The lower levels of human bickering, judgment, are just that, lower levels. I choose to do my work from the level of the higher consciousness, where love reigns supreme. It's here where the most good, and I urge you to do the same. Where you dwell in consciousness is where you truly dwell. So, focus your thoughts on the good things that you can find in people and rise above all appearances otherwise. This is so important for you. The other one I got was you had to go outside. So I don't know if you like the outdoors. You're a Virgo, aren't you? Hang on, Miss Tiffany. I got to scroll up and see what your sign was. Me. Yep, you're an earth sign. That makes sense. That makes sense. Okay. So Cordelia, go outside. You've been indoors, go outside and get some fresh air. Let me tell you something, Miss Tiffany. For you, especially for earth signs. Oh, I thought you were Virgo. Okay, Cap. You're still an earth sign. Okay, same difference. Okay, not same difference, but you're an earth sign still. For earth signs, it's so important to go out and get connected with Mother, right? It's important to go outside and get connected with Earth. Being a water sign, when I get by a lake or a river or an ocean, oh my gosh, I am like in heaven, right? That's where I go to ground. You need to go outside when you can. Put your feet in the grass, underneath a tree, do something to help you ground, to help you get in touch, right, with your truth, yourself, your inner divinity. This is a time for you to learn to live in the divine. There's a wonderful gentleman that I go to here that holds meetings here in the Wisconsin area, in Madison, Wisconsin area. And I don't want to call it a mantra or saying a statement, that I am an infinite being, one with infinity, one with the universe, one with divinity, something those lines. We need to live there. Very good. Just keep doing it, Miss Tiffany. Keep doing it. When we truly understand that we are infinite beings having a human experience and that we are truly divine in nature, we come from the divine, we will go back to being the divine. Yes, Trista, thank you. When we truly understand that, that's when we raise our resonance, because we need to live as divine, infinite beings, not saying that we are supreme divine, but we are divine, right? Even in Christianity, it talks about how God said, God made man and let us, God the Father, God head, God the Spirit, Holy Spirit, God the heart, soul, the Christ. Let us make man in our own image, a true being, spirit, soul, body. We're infinite beings made by God, made by universe. We are divine in nature. The unconditional love that you're going to need to show that acts will set the tone for how you are able to show love to the unlovable across the board. And it will raise your vibration, it will raise your resonance, it will raise your abilities exponentially when you're walking in love. Okay? All right, Miss Tiffany. All right, who's next? Here we go. I need a moderator, guys. Yeah, anybody else wants to be? I have one moderator. I think she's at work right now. Trista's next. And then Nicole V, and then Nicole Jackson. Okay. Good, Miss Tiffany. Yeah. Okay. So also, ladies, anyone that's in here in the room, I will put my email address and everything, my how to reach me, right? I am still doing first, just so you guys know. And I'm doing my donation. Guys, you can't, if you don't have any money, I don't care. Okay. I'm doing my donation because I just want to share with you. So if you want personal reading, feel free to ask me. Pulling for Miss Trista. Okay. What about Trista? Trista, I love your, I love everybody's spirit in here. So I don't want to, I'm not trying to single anybody out. Trista, you're very in tune. You're very enlightened already. And you, man, you've come a long ways, sis. You've come a long way. What do we have for Miss Trista Perry tonight? Ooh, Miss Trista. Yemanya. Golden opportunity. Important doors are opening for you right now. Walk through them. That is your goddess card. Yeah, Trista girl, you got something going on. I feel a lot of power from you, honey. A lot of power from you. Okay, Yemanya. Like the ocean, Trista, life moves in waves and tides. Timing is everything. So when an opportunity presents itself, girl, you must dive in at that moment. Everything that you prepare yourself will accompany you. Yet, if you hesitate or procrastinate, another opportunity will surely come along, just as the touch in and out continuously. Like the ocean, life is rich with variety and beauty. Enjoy experiencing its various rhythms and allow all doubt to be washed away. There you go. Walk through it, honey. Whatever's presenting itself, go get it. Go get it. I can tell you change a lot of negative thought patterns, and that is a tough thing to do. Do you know the human mind thinks, Nicole V is next. No, the human mind thinks 90,000 thoughts on average every day, 60,000 of which are in the past. It has something to do with the past. Our minds are programmed to just try to figure out what's going on in the present by what we knew. You're welcome, sweetie. By what we knew from the past. Try to figure it all out. Who's texting me? Oh, yeah. Yeah, 8 a.m. Get our readings done. Okay. Miss Nicole V. So what do we have for Miss Nicole? Miss Nicole V tonight. What message do we have for Miss Nicole? So good to know that I'm an air sign. Whoa, whoa. Hey, we got a jumper, Nicole V. Oh, wow. Oh, my gosh, sweetie. Oh, he was schizophrenic too. My Lord, honey, you went through it. Okay, Nicole V, here we go for you. Mother Mary, expect a miracle. Have faith that your prayers have been heard and are being answered, Miss Nicole V. Let me read what Mother Mary has to say. I love these books too. I love these additional. Nicole V, faith is the light that illuminates your pathway. Without faith, the future. That's why it's essential for you to take whatever steps are necessary to keep your mind and heart filled with faith. Please don't give up hope on yourself or other people. Keep the candle of faith burning within your soul, as that one small inkling of hope can ease of despair. Be the light that eliminates someone else's gloomy hopelessness as well. Wow. For as you make others stronger, it strengthens not only yourself, but the entire world. That's beautiful. I love that. Nicole V, that was for you. Expect that miracle. Keep the faith. Keep the faith. All right, Miss Nicole Jackson. Nicole Jackson, what sign are you? You're an air sign, are you? Yes, God is good, V. God is good all the time. Ooh, jumper. Ooh, I loved her. Oh, which cards am I using? I am using this guidance cards by Doreen Virtue. Oh, Nicole Jackson, my son's and my granddaughter. And my granddaughter. Yep, both of them are Geminis. Awesome. When's your And in the meantime, in between time, your daughter's a Gemini. You know, y'all are something else. Oh, Lord. I'll tell you stories about my Geminis. Wow, 6-9. Okay, so granddaughter's is the 2nd of June, and my son's is the 19th of June. He's 20. He'll be 20. He was born in 90. I know I don't look old enough, but I am. Okay, Ms. Nicole Jackson. Lakshmi, bright future. Stop worrying. Everything's going to be fine. I like her. I pulled her for myself recently. Nicole, this is a and everyone within it is working in your favor. There are no tests, blocks, or obstacles in your way except your own projections into your future. Take a moment and hush your mind, quieting it from worries and fears. Feel me brush your brow with a new faith, hope, and optimism. These energies fuel your exciting present time, as well as all future moments. Why would you wish dark when light shines all around you? Step into this brightness by lightening your thoughts and feelings. You must stop worrying. Anxiety squelches the goodness that seeks to find you. Clear your heart of fear and replace those energies with ones that will serve you instead. Refuse to think of anything except your bright today and tomorrow. And I promise you that it shall be so. I'm going to say amen and amen and amen to that for you, Miss Nicole. Okay, my loves. 11 is 1:11. We've been on for 1 minute 11, 1 hour 11 minutes 11 seconds. You're so welcome, sweetheart. Okay, I'm gonna put in here. That is my email address. Okay. You guys reach out to me if you would like a personal reading. Do some over the weekend. And I want to do these. I am so glad I found you too. We found each other, honey. So this is what I think I want to do with this, guys, and you give me some feedback and tell me what you think. You know what? You guys, if you need the reading, it's by donation. Okay. And so I know that if you want, I get it that people want to, they feel like they should do right. I'm not going to cry a river. Okay. I have a job. Don't worry about it. So whatever you can afford. All right. Anyway, long story short, we're going to do Thursday evening enlightenments. And I think we're going to continue to talk a little bit about this empath and narcissist and all that kind of stuff. I want to pick another night during the week, though, too, to kind of do readings for you guys, and just kind of talk about just general. And so we'll figure out a couple nights to do lives. And if anyone would like to be, I have one moderator now. So if anyone would like to be a moderator, I would love to have you. Just let me know. Okay. All right, guys. I got to get to bed because I got to get up and do coffee in the morning. So I get on probably about 7:15 tomorrow and do that Central Time and dailies. Okay. And then we got to get some more mid-months out because Lord knows I ain't done any of that. I've done one Taurus because Taurus was going through it. Whew. And Caps, y'all going through it too. So I think I might want to do Tuesday night or I don't know. You guys tell me what would be a fun night to do some readings. You're so welcome. You are so welcome. I'm so glad we were able to. I'm so glad you ladies were able to jump on. Okay. All right. I could talk to you guys all night long, but I can't. I gotta go back. Each and every one of you. Will keep each and every one of you in my prayers. If you need anything, if you just even want to just vent, that's just vent. And I'm here for you, okay? Because having been through it, I know, it's tough. So feel free to reach out. Okay, everybody? We're creating our own little tribe, aren't we, sweetie? And I'm going to log off here, okay, guys? I love you. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Peace, love, blessings. Bye. See you in the morning and we go live. All right. Toodles.